Joining me now is Cecilia Rouse, chair of the White House Council of Economic Advisors. Welcome. It's great to see you. I think this is our first interview, so thanks for being with us. A lot to talk about today. Let's talk about promoting the stimulus. And it's more than a stimulus because it's a relief package. It's this new child tax credit, which is really revolutionary. It's very, very popular, 70% popular with the American people. What is the thinking behind this big kickoff this week to promote it nationwide?
Well, look, we are still in the midst of this pandemic, and we know that we can't get out of our economic crisis until we get through the health crisis. So the thinking behind the American Rescue Plan is that we need to address the problems caused by the pandemic. So part of it is to help accelerate the vaccinations and to get the shots in people's arms. But another part is we recognize that since the beginning of this pandemic, we lost 9.5 million jobs. We've got over 4 million people who've been unemployed for at least a year. People are struggling. 1 in 5 adult renters are behind in their rent payments. Millions of adults and children are struggling to eat and put food on the table. So it's important that the federal government provide the resources that people and businesses need to safely get to the other side of this pandemic. So that is the theory behind the rescue plan, and that is the help that the federal government is providing to get to the other side.
Now, of course, you've heard the criticism from Republicans saying that $1.9 trillion is too big, that is not targeted enough. This was criticism from Republican Senator Bill Cassidy on Fox News Sunday.
The money that is there for education will be spent in the out years. That's not related to COVID. California is getting $41 billion, and California has had record tax receipts. It includes $1.9 billion to give stimulus checks to inmates. Now, inmates are already paid for by the taxpayer.
So could you rebut that and give us your arguments against his criticism?
Well, sure. So, this package is targeted to where the money is needed. So state and local governments, for example, have lost 1.4 million jobs since the pandemic started. That's more job loss than we had in those sectors in the Great Recession. 1 million schools need to reopen. They need the resources to do so safely. But importantly, our children have lost a lot educationally. And so some of this money will be used to recover learning loss. Some of that could be, for example, extending the school day, pushing into the summer, and also trying to address the social and emotional needs of children who've been so impacted by this pandemic. So this pandemic has, affected every corner of our society, of our economy, and this package is designed to address that.
As you know, some of the arguments are also coming from the Democratic side, at least from, and admittedly an outlier, the former Treasury Secretary to President Obama, Larry Summers, that more of the stimulus money should have gone to make public long-term investments. The kind of things you're considering for the infrastructure bill, for instance, which will make us more competitive in the long run and not be potentially more inflationary.
Right. So, I understand. I understand what Larry Summers is saying. And any economic investment is going to have some risks. But there are risks of both acting too large and of acting too small. And right now, we perceive the larger risk is not being large enough. Because the biggest challenge to getting back on path to getting to economic growth is to prevent scarring, to make sure that those workers that have been out of work for so very long can get back into the labor market, to make sure that our businesses can get going again. So yes, there is a small risk of inflation. We will be monitoring, we will be watching, but it's important to recognize that there is great economic slack in our economy right now.
And I think we're having a problem with our Wi-Fi there. I am so sorry. We're going to please, Cecilia Rouse, come back soon. We want to complete our conversation, and we just are sorry for the connection.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.